Hi, I'm Debbie Hanyon, and I'm a creation dietitian and homeschooling dietitian mom. I help families who have dietary challenges and also help dietetic students, and they've been struggling with passing the RD exam, and I've been helping them to pass. Also help women that need encouragement and would like to learn more about how to reduce their allergy reactions to foods and maybe even lose some weight. The first thing I remember about Katie is that she was all about God. Her first course that I took was the Doing Business with God. And that was just something I really needed. And that really made her stand out. And then I think that's about the time that I started thinking about, I really want to do this e-course, but I don't know where to start. And she had a lot of experience with that already. And so she had this 5-day master class on Facebook, and it was wonderful. And I didn't really get a chance to sit down and do a course per se, but I still had that in, a place where I could use it. And then she made available her course, Creation Master Course. And I went through most of that, and I had no e-courses. I just had ebooks. Maybe I thought about doing an e-course, but I really didn't know where to start. So with the Course Creators Blueprint, I started realizing, I could set up coaching, one-on-one coaching with these people and just put it out there in case they're interested. So yeah, it almost doesn't seem like I used it directly, but I know I did because I started creating courses. I started creating my course. And so I know a lot of what I have right now is based on that course. So, and now fast forward to today, I have membership. I've even added coaching because I'm in tutoring for the last couple of years, and knowing how to do e-courses has inspired me to, between the tutoring one-on-one and the seeing how hard it is for some of these students to pass, I've come up with the idea of being able to create courses for them, maybe even starting in high school so that they are better prepared for college, and maybe even to encourage them to go into the field because we need more people in the field. When we had the Christmas bazaar, I remember thinking, oh my goodness, because I was going to be talking about meal planning for kids. And I realized when I looked at these ladies that a lot of these women were probably not going to be interested in meal planning for kids, that they may be interested in something else. And so as a result, I feel like I reached ladies that I would not have reached otherwise, because that wasn't something that they were interested in, but they were interested in this other thing I do. So to do that in a safe environment, and then the fact that, I made 2 sales. Well, I actually made 3 sales, but kind of opened my world to a few things I hadn't thought about before. The thing is I'm really appreciating more and more as time goes by is all of the expertise that each one of us has. And it does downsizing, and Teresa does exercise, specifically gentle exercise, which a lot of people can't do the regular get up there and jump around kind of exercise. Emmy does the devotionals.
That's the benefit of being in community, right? Is that you get the perspective on these group coaching calls. You get the perspective of all the other people in the group as well as the instructor.
By ourselves, there's so many things, like with Anita, right? When I thought I might be doing this thing, it got me lit a fire under my rear that, oh my gosh, I really need to do this. I need someone to just get in there and help me with making videos, and she has all that expertise, and that's her specialty. It's not just about that's her zone of genius, right? That's her zone of genius. Brenda's zone of genius is downsizing. Danielle's is finances. And then the membership also came up a while back, where all of a sudden it just clicked that, I don't have to just create courses per se. I can have a membership. And that has actually been pretty popular. People really like that, having those things to choose from every month. And then that's also leading to me being able to do more one-on-one with some of the girls because it's mostly girls, some of the girls that, want more. We are getting out of debt. We had some debt that was the result of me staying home with my son, and I was sick for a while too, and I couldn't work. And then my husband works in a field that doesn't pay a lot, and he had heart surgery a couple of years ago and had to come home. And so my goal originally was to be able to make it so that he didn't have to work if he didn't want to. And I feel like I've definitely made progress in that area. When I look at how much I made just in the last 6 months, I would say that it's at least 3 times what I was making 2 years ago. I mean, I definitely increased my income a lot.
Love it. And so what would you say to somebody that was thinking about getting help to create their course, but on the fence?
Well, I say that if they really feel like God is leading them to do this, if this is something they've always wanted to do, that they should believe in themselves and that God gave them that desire because he wants them to do something with it. Like that was one of the insights I got years ago, was God actually gives us the desires. Not, I used to think, oh, I have this desire and God's going to give it to me, give it what I want. But it's like the only reason I have this desire is because God put it there. Right. And so if you feel that that's something that you feel led to do, then you should just do it one step at a time. That doesn't have to be perfect. There's no such thing as perfect. It's good enough and you can fix it later. And the more I do this, the less I'm bothered by errors I find. It's amazing some of the errors I find, like, I can't believe I didn't see that, now that bothers me less the more time goes by. But, the little errors, like we're so worried about it being perfect. We want it to be perfect, but it doesn't have to be perfect.
And yet God still uses it, right? He uses all of our imperfections.
That's right. In fact, he
So
uses
cool.
our imperfections, because if we were perfect, and people would be intimidated by us. Right.
Yeah.
Because they wouldn't
Love
think
it.
I can't be that way, because I'm not that way. That's why I try to be just out there, not try to worry too much about how perfect I look or how yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Debbie.